Hello, I'm Paul Delusion from Suzuki GB, and I'm here today to introduce you to the new Suzuki GSX-S 1000 GT as part of our global unveil. With its superbike-derived performance, latest tech and all-day comfort for rider and pillion, it's designed to power your journey in style. Let's take a look. I'm sure you'll agree that looks absolutely fantastic in that video. Now I'm here today with Steve Hacklett. Steve is our product planning manager, and so Steve is going to tell us some more about the bike. So Steve, first of all, tell me your top 3 things, the takeaways for this bike.
So undoubtedly number one's got to be performance, Paul. The bike is absolutely packed full of it. Not only that, its ability to cover distance and do so in huge amounts of comfort. Beyond that, connection, levels of connection like never before from a machine. And I know you only asked me for 3, but just look at it, it's absolutely stunning. So for number 4, I'm going to pitch style in there as well.
That's it's a cheeky 4th one, but I really like it. Now, you know that I've been lucky enough to ride this bike already, and typically this bike would be called a sports tourer, but I like to think of it as a sports tourer. It really is a performance machine. Tell us a bit more about the performance.
Yes, I'd say number 1 on the list was performance, and it permeates through not only the engine, but the chassis and the electronics as well. So starting off with the engine, the headline figures are really impressive. You've got 152 PS peak power. And while that's great for solo blast, there's also a wealth of torque all the way through the rev range, so perfect for carrying pillion and luggage as well. Beyond the engine, a really dynamic, rewarding chassis. So again, whether you're riding with luggage in a slightly heavier configuration or whether you're making the very most of the lightweight of the overall machine, a really, really rewarding riding experience. Beyond that, there's electronics to support both of those as well. So you've got a bi-directional quick shifter for seamless gear shifts up and down, and then traction control and power mode, so you can personalise the bike to the conditions or to your preferred riding style.
That's some fantastic rider aids there. And Steve, you mentioned distance, and obviously as a touring bike, it needs to be able to do the distance, but what specifically is it about this bike that makes it great for that?
So throughout the bike, there's lovely features, not just for the rider, but for the pillion as well. So starting up front, you've got a really protective screen. The bike's been heavily developed within the wind tunnel to really optimise not only the looks of the machine, but also for really, really good aero performance and protection for the rider. As we start to come back, you've got a really comfortable rider seat for that all-day comfort, but not just the rider, the pillion as well. Also for the pillion, really secure grab rails as well, so they can have a really confidence-inspiring ride where they can really soak up the scenery on those journeys. Even some of the finer details really help make it a really special and luxurious ride. Things like the rubber mounting on the handlebars and the use of rubber in the foot pegs just to dial out that little bit of road buzz, especially on rougher UK roads. Beyond that, like we talked about with the electronics, there's things that are going to help the distance capability there as well. So we've got electronic cruise control so that you can set and maintain those set speeds and do some big distances as well. We've got a 19-litre fuel tank and a 46.3 mpg, so you can do in excess of 190 miles off a single tank.
Which is plenty for between coffee stops, isn't it? So that's great to hear. Okay, great. Now, you also talked about technology. You talked about it as connection. So what did you mean by that?
So new levels of connectivity on the Suzuki like never before. So the ability to pair your smartphone directly to the instruments of the machine. So the way the rider's going to access this is through some really simple, easy to use switchgear on the left-hand side. And then for the display, again, new levels for us. You've got a 6.5-inch colour TFT display that not only presents the information for what the engine and what the machine is doing, but also that pairing up to the phone. Now the rider does this by downloading the Suzuki MySpin app, which will be available for Android, but also for iOS. And then this will unlock a raft of additional features. So the ability to access your contacts, to make and receive calls, using Bluetooth enabled devices, the ability to listen to music, and then critically things like maps so you can navigate, but also weather warnings as well. So you can head away from the rain and keep those sunny skies on those stunning long adventures.
And that's great. And I always think one of the best things when you're on this kind of journey on a bike is actually to go and get yourself lost and find those new roads. But it's great to have the navigation there to get you back on track. So Steve, tell us about styling, the fourth cheeky thing you added to our list. This bike here looks fantastic in metallic Triton blue. What more can you tell us?
Yep, so a really exciting looking new machine for us, Paul. And one of the most standout features has got to be that fresh new face. So twin LED headlights, a really distinctive look. And in addition to the MotoGP blue that you mentioned, we've also got a metallic reflective blue, so a deeper, even more luxurious shade. We've got glass sparkle black, so the quintessential all black option that we know lots of people love as well. Beyond those initial looks and colours, we've also got a wealth of accessories as well. So things that you can add to complement the styling, whether it be wheel trims or touches of carbon fibre, but some really practical items as well. The cornerstone item's got to be the optional hard luggage, the panniers at the back, so 36 litres in each, really adding to that distance capability that we talked about earlier. There's soft luggage options as well in the form of tank bags, and then there's more comfort orientated items as well. You've got heated grips with adjustable heat settings and an even larger, more protective touring screen for those that want added comfort.
Great. And I see that the luggage itself is integrated, means you can take it off. So if you want to go for a ride with your mates at the weekend, you can take it off, but the bike still looks stylish and tidy.
Absolutely, it's been really well engineered, Paul. So as you say, because of that distance and comfort capability, really, really good usable panniers, but they're fully integrated into the machine. Not only from an aerodynamic point of view, they're colour keyed as well to the rest of the machine. But as you say, when you do take them off, what you end up with is a really clean, sporty finish that complements not only the way the bike looks, but the way it performs too.
Fantastic, Steve. Well, listen, you've given us a wealth of information here today. It's been really great to hear that. If you want more information about the new GSX-S 1000 GT, please do visit our website. The bike's going to be available in our dealerships in the UK in November. The retail price is $11,599, fantastic value for money, so such a great bike. But most importantly, if you would like to be one of the first customers to own this bike in the UK, look at our website, please go to click to reserve and let us know, and we'll put you right to the top of that priority list. Thank you very much for joining us today. We hope to see you out on your journey on the road soon. Thank you.